It started like many evenings did for Jason, winding down after a long day, idly scrolling through streams on a nameless, murky app he'd heard about from a friend on the darker side of the internet. The sort of place where streams often crossed the bizarre threshold into the unsettling. There was a stream gathering attention, something he stumbled into without much thought, like wandering into a mist that promised more thrill than clarity. The channel was simple, the screen lit dimly by the glow of a single candle flickering desperately against the encroaching shadows. The streamer, a woman with eyes wide as saucers and lips taut with a fear palpable even through the screen, pleaded incessantly. Her voice, a trembling whisper, called out to the audience to comment, to not stop typing, as if their words were the thin tether keeping her from being dragged into darkness. Please, keep commenting. Please. I can't hold on alone. Jason furrowed his brow, a mix of confusion and intrigue pulling him deeper. The feed was interlaced with erratic comments from other viewers, questioning, taunting, some as creeped out as Jason felt. He typed something vaguely supportive and watched as the woman scanned the screen, lips forming silent encouragements as new comments appeared. It happened so fast that Jason could hardly process. A shadow, darker than any he'd seen, slipped into the stream's constrained field of vision. The woman's eyes widened further, impossible as it seemed, and she let out a choked scream. The candle's light extinguished, the room cast into utter darkness. A cacophony of noises drowned the silence. A thud, the scrape of nails against wood, and then nothing. The feed cut sharply, leaving a silent void. Jason blinked, confused, his heart bounding with a frantic rhythm. Suddenly, the app didn't just end the engagement. A notification flickered across his screen. You are now live. Before Jason could react, his phone's camera flipped to mimic the last scene he'd witnessed. His own face, caught in a screen of frozen bewilderment, stared back at him. Except he wasn't alone. Out of the shadows, a vaguely human form loomed behind him. Indistinct, a mere silhouette painted by shadows that shouldn't have existed. Its shape was wrong, segmented in places it shouldn't be. An ethereal chill tightened around Jason's throat, making breathing a calculated effort. Panicking, he stumbled backward, the jarring motion barely caught on the camera before it realized the shift. Eager and full, the stream showed every twitch, every drop of sweat, a perilous mirror that wouldn't let him escape either reality or viewership. Desperately, Jason reached to shut off the stream, plunging his fingers on buttons with the force of an avalanche. Yet the app refused to yield, its screen a cruel reflection of dread. As comments started to pour in, filling the screen with panicked warnings and curt, excited observations from an engaged yet distant world, Jason understood with dreadful despair what the woman had meant. He couldn't stop it. The last coherent thought that pushed through his fear was the sound of his own voice, echoing hollowly in the empty room now filled with a void that promised dread, a plea masked in weak authority. Please, don't stop commenting. And the comments rolled in, a staccato rhythm blending seamlessly with the darkness encroaching on his consciousness, as the unseen presence drew just a little closer.